Hi, I'm Abolaji, and I welcome you to Syncedge Solutions. This is where we explore the opportunities on blockchain together, and we also code, we do all that is necessary. We even trade together to exploit these opportunities. Today, I want to quickly update you on my current open position on pivot bots, or should I say on Moonwell. If you guys are quite aware of pivot bots, this is a bot we build to amplify yield on Moonwell. So if you come to syncedgesolutions.xyz/pivot, you can always deploy your own bots by clicking launch app. So let's connect our wallet. If you have not deployed your pivot bots, you won't be able to see the dashboard. It will just ask you to deploy your bots, and deploying your bots only costs gas fee, which is about 1 cent on base. But because I've deployed my own bots, I am going to see the UI now. Yes, my MetaMask popped up and I connected. All right, you can see the UI, and we have done a whole lot of upgrade on it. All right, but before I go into that, you can see my open position. This is actually 3 open positions because my collateral is Coinbase Ethereum, and I borrowed Lido stake in one transaction, in another transaction, Rockets Pool, in another transaction, WETH. And basically, as I said, pivot bot helps you to amplify your yield on Moonwell. If you click here, it will take you to Moonwell page, and you can see Coinbase Ethereum is about 2.5%. That's the yield on it. And because there is positive spread between the supply APY of Coinbase Ethereum and Lido stake Ethereum, which is 0.9%, that's borrow. Then with pivot bots, by supplying Coinbase Ethereum and borrowing this, and also there is also positive spread between Coinbase Ethereum and Rocket Pool, and same thing for WETH. I'm able to amplify the about 2.8% supply APY to 9%. In fact, at some point on the 9th of April, this supply APY on Coinbase Ethereum was 11%. And at that time, I was earning as much as 45% here. All right. So my position allows me to be on delta neutral on the market and even bullish, on the market. But as I said earlier, my plan was to hold these. I opened this position when Ethereum was around 1,800, 1,800, 1,900. Now Ethereum, my plan was to hold it till when it gets to 2,500, 2,700. But the recent movements, price movement in Bitcoin tells me that we'll probably, it makes me bearish actually, because Bitcoin has failed to break this resistance. So there's a high possibility of us coming down from around this 78,000 where it is now to come and retest this 70,000 and even break lower. All right. So that's why I'm becoming bearish. And we know that wherever Bitcoin goes, Ethereum goes. In fact, it could also go faster. All right. So Ethereum is around 2,177. All right. But I am bearish on Ethereum because I'm also bearish on Bitcoin. So before I close my open position here, let me quickly show you some new features we have added to pivot bots. Now you can see the agents tab here that we didn't have before. And what we have here, before you be able to see all of this, you must have deployed your own agent bots. So what does this do? It helps you to watch over your health factor. It watches over your position for you. And if your health factor drops below a position you have configured, and that you must have configured it over here. I'm using 1.25 for my own. So if it drops below 1.25, it's going to automatically close my position for me. All right. So the agent votes, this is it's a subscription based and it's fully on chain. Besides guarding your position, it also helps you to deploy different strategy based on your sentiment of the market. So a good example is if you come to this strategy intent panel here, you can tell you can see whether you are delta neutral or you are bullish on the market, or you think the market will go down, which is delta short. So now I'm feeling bearish. I want to short the market. So if I click here now and I say my target APY, because that's one of the good things about pivot bots. Instead of paying funding rates on other trading platform, with pivot bots you'll be earning yield on your open position, as you saw earlier. So let's say my target is maybe 50%. All right. Delta shots. Let's say my risk tolerance is moderate, and I click analyze. So you can see the strategy is giving me, so I can supply USDC and borrow WETH against it. And I use about 3.5x leverage and 15.8 APY. I'll get up to 15.8% APY. All right. So at this point, so the top three strategy I can deploy is going to give me, there's 15.7 if I supply USDC and um, R Ethereum, which is Rocket Pool Ethereum. The same thing for here. All right. So yeah, these are the top three strategies for now. So at any point, I can also click execute strategy here, state the amount of Ethereum I'm willing to commit, amount of worth. All right. Then I click execute. If I click execute now, my MetaMask will pop up and the transaction will be executed for me. All right. So that's one of the things this agent mode does for you. Of course, you'll be able to create wallets for your agent, for your guardian agent. The guardian agent is the one that watches your head factor and close your position for you, and it needs to be able to pay gas fees. So that's why you can see small Ethereum there. You can put $10, $20 worth of Ethereum there. All right. Now, another thing it does for you is that it can also repay your positions, your borrowed positions for you, just so that it prevents liquidation. All right. So that's why we have this VOT contract, all right, which you can fund, and it's mainly for your agent, for your guardian agent, all right, to use it to repay your positions and also claim your collateral for you. All right. So you can always configure it. You can see select or whitelist are the functions in the pivot bot you want it to be able to call or not. All right. So we've built the agent's vault in such a way that even if your agent is compromised, your guardian agent is compromised, the maximum amounts you can lose is the gas fees you've kept in it, which is about $10 or $20 worth of Ethereum, because the fund does not live in your AI agent's wallet. All right, it's kept in the vault. All right, and there's only with you have total control over what your AI agent, the guardian agent, can do with the fund in the vault. All right. So it's always protected. And at any time, you can always remove the guardian agent's wallet. You can remove it from having access to your agent's vault and add another agent's wallet to it and you proceed as normal. All right. Now, for all of these benefits, we have subscription, which is about $10 every month. You get NFT that gives you subscription, which is $10 every month. Then you can also buy for 3 months. 3 months goes for about $25, and for 6 months, I think is about $45. And you can even buy 1 year straight. So this ensures that you are never liquidated. All right, your position is always watched by AI agent, and if it's going against you, you can always it will definitely liquidate it for you based on what you have set. All right. So let's quickly come here now. And as I said, I have three open positions, three borrowed positions, one collateral. If I use these earlier, as I said, if I come here and I use repay with flash loan, all right, I will be able to repay one of the position if I select this now, and my collateral will be pulled out, all of it. The problem with that is the two borrowed positions left would have no collateral. So, and Moonwell would never allow that. So, because of that, I have to repay this um, two of the positions. Then I will use repay with flash loan to to close the last position. All right, let's quickly close the rocket pool position. I think I have a very, very small supply position here. I deposited a collateral earlier and I withdrew most of it, just a very, very tiny amount left. So I'm just going to come here now. No, I'm going to come here now and I'm going to select repay I want to repair Rocket Pool. I'm going to select Rocket Pool. Now you can see it fetches my outstanding balance, which is this. So you can see it here. Let me just move myself off. Yeah. So, but normally I need to approve just a bit more token than that, than the borrowed balance. So that will be taken to pay the interest, but everything left will be swept back to my wallet. So I'm just going to click repay approve. My MetaMask has popped up now. Yeah, and I just confirmed. So it has popped. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to confirm the transaction. The transaction has been confirmed for approval. Now I have to confirm it for execution, and it's confirmed already. So this should disappear at any time because I've just repeat my position here. Yes. So you can see my borrowed position has disappeared here. We've repaid the borrowed position for Rocket Pool. We're going to do the same thing for WETH now. You can see my health factor has gotten better, and as I told you about, the agent guardian is active, watching over my health factor. I set 1.25 there. So if this drop at any point lower than 1.25, the agent guard will kick in and close my position for me. Yeah, so that's how it works. So let's come back here again. I'm going to select repay, and we8 is what I'm going to repay, and that's why the outstanding balance is out, which is exactly what is here. All right. Again, as I said, I'll just approve something a bit more higher, just to pay um additional interest. That's all. So I'm just going to click approve, and yeah, execute now. My MetaMask has popped up. I click confirm. It has been approved. I'm waiting for the execution. Okay, the transaction has confirmed. Then I just approve execution to repay now. The transaction is going. It has confirmed, and you can see WF has disappeared here. It's because of this dust that this one has not disappeared. All right, so we are fine now. Now I have one single position, borrowed position, and a single supply position. I can now come back down here and just select repay with flash loan. All right, before I close out my final position, Coinbase Ethereum against Lido Stake, I told you guys that I'm bearish on the market. So I am going to short Bitcoin now. It's around 78,000. So quickly, but it's just going to be a small money. All right. So I'm going to supply USDC, and I'm going to borrow Coinbase Ethereum against it. I'm using Coinbase Bitcoin rather against it. I'm doing that because there is over here there's positive spread between supply APY of USDC and borrow APY of Coinbase Bitcoin. 5.2% here, 2.1% here. Net is about 3.1%. So back here, so I'm going to use 2x leverage, and the total amount of USDC I'm going to supply will be 10. I will be building up my position little by little. So the margin, the amount I need to supply is around 6.66, 6.65 USDC. The equivalent in WETH is 0.003. All right. So I'm going to do that. So this amount of WETH will be taken from my wallet, and it will now be leveraged up with flash loan. All right. So I'm going to click supply now. My MetaMask will pop up. It has popped up, and I've confirmed. I just confirmed. It cost me about 9 cents for this transaction. Back home on my wallet, the transaction has been confirmed. Let's come back here, and it's yet to update my portfolio. Let me just refresh, and it should then, yes, it's there now. So you can see my total supplied amount is about $10, and you can see the borrowed Bitcoin against it, and you can see my head factor has actually is around 1.8. I think it was 1.79 before. All right, so yeah, nets, this is what I have. All right, my amplified is 5.23. Yeah, I need to close out this, and I'm going to do that. next now, so that net I will only have USDC against Coinbase Bitcoin. We can now close our position on Coinbase Ethereum slash Lido Stake Ethereum. All right, so as I said, we just come to repay with flash loan, and my borrowed position is Lido Ethereum, and my collateral is Coinbase Ethereum. All right, so this is my outstanding balance. It's just going to use flash loan to repay this my borrowed position, and it will go and withdraw my collateral. Then part of the collateral will be used to pay the flash loan. Then the remaining will be sent to my wallet. So I just need to click repay, and my MetaMask has just popped up now. It's going to cost me 9 cents. Then I've confirmed it, and it's gone. So you can see the transaction is confirmed. So it has disappeared now. So all I have is my short position on USDC, Coinbase Bitcoin, and I'm earning, my amplified yield is 8.44%. Remember, I used 2x leverage. All right, now we have our delta short position on Bitcoin live. All right, now another thing you can do is, if you have deployed your own agent's Vox and it's live, you can come to the agent tab here and the strategy intent panel to search for opportunities too. So, and it's intent based because you will set your target APY here and tell the agent that you are bullish, that's delta long, bearish is delta short, and neutral is a sideways market. So I'm currently bearish, and conservative. So conservative tells about the leverage you're going to be using. So based on that, I'm going to analyze, and let's see the opportunity is going to give us. So he's saying I can supply USDC and borrow WETH. I'll get about 9% APY. The same thing for USDC. I can supply USDC and borrow our Rocket Pool Ethereum. I'll also get about 9%. See what we did with Bitcoin. It's about 8.6% APY. Now in all, it's 2x leverage. I think I prefer this more. So let's quickly play with small money with this one. So I click execute strategy because I can execute from here too. So I need to state the amount of USDC I want to put here now. My total supply position, let me just put $10, 10 USDC. So this is the margin WETH. This is the amount of WETH that will be taken from my wallet. So I just need to click execute now. It will ask me to approve, then ask me to confirm the transaction on my wallet. My MetaMask has popped up, and let me see how much it's going to cost me. Wow, the gas fee is quite crazy currently, but I will accept that. It's around 60 cents, but usually it's around 10 cents. So let me confirm that. It's gone. Transaction confirmed. Then I can come back to my dashboard here. Then you can see our borrowed position. As it shown? Yes, you can see it here. It wasn't there before. And yeah, the USDC has even gone to about 30 US dollars. It was about 20 US dollars before. All right, so let me refresh. Yeah, it's still there, and my head factor is quite good. All right,